Now then, welcome to the channel, the Lake District, and the final in the little trilogy mini-series of our adventures in the northwestern fells. So today we're parked just down there by Crummock Water, and the intention today is to finish off the northwestern fells second time round for me, which will be Grasmoor, Crag Hill, Wandope and Whiteless Pike. So to start off with, we're going up what's called Lad House, and I'm not looking forward to that. I've been down there before and it's a nightmare, so we'll see what it's like for going up. Right, so we'll head on up to this little stream up here and we'll have a quick look at the route. So firstly, I'll apologise for the quality of the audio on this one. I'm having to use the built-in mic on iPhone. I've left my blooming microphone at home. Well, I haven't left the microphone, I've got that, but I've left the receiver that plugs into the phone. I'm hoping it's at home. I've got a little bag of goodies that I keep all my filming gear in. Just went into it in car getting ready. Microphone's there. I mean, like I say, receiver that plugs into the phone isn't. So I'm hoping I'll find that when I get home. So yeah, the audio might not be up to standard on this one. So I'm sorry about that. And then, end of last walk, I just got packed away. We just got back to the car and bumped into a subscriber. Had a chat to him, so nice to meet you, Andrew, and have a chat. Hope you continue to enjoy the videos. Right, so we're gonna get up to this stream, little waterfall up here. I think we crossed the stream up here and then make our way over to the base of this Lad House. Not looking forward to that. Right, up we go. So you can see behind us there, looking over Crummock Water to Melbreck, and the water's like a mirror, and it's lovely reflections. Oh, well, it's steep coming up here, and we're not even onto Lad House proper yet neither. Up we go. So we're just on a flatter section now at the bottom of the ridge called Lad House, which is that going up into the Clag. And I'll mention Clag in a bit. But if you look behind us as well, we've still got great views over Crummock Water and Melbreck. And it's lovely and peaceful up here. There's nobody else coming up this path. There was a couple of cars in the car park when we got there, but they must have set off nice and early. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. So, Clag. If you follow the channel, you'll know what I think about weather forecasts. Now, I checked the forecast last night for Grasmoor, and it said clear skies all day long. And I've just checked it in the car park before we set off, and it said this. Now, how can they be so wrong? I've said this before when we were on Great Dod. People rely on forecasts for safety when they come into the hills. Now that day when we were up there, the forecast was clear skies and winds of about 15 to 20 mile an hour, I think it was. It was blowing an absolute hoolie, and you could see about that far. Now if people had checked that forecast for, say, going up somewhere like Sharp Edge, you know, they could have been in bother, or they'd have had a wasted journey. Ridiculous. How can they be so wrong? Right, whinge over. Oh, we're going to go up Lad House. Wish us luck. So we're at the bottom of the steep bit up Lad House, and where it gets into Clag up there, that's the worst bit from what I recall. It's steeper, narrower, eroded, loose. So it all sounds like good fun, doesn't it? And add to that, clagged in as well. Again, if you've watched a few videos of mine, if you're a regular to the channel, you'll know what I think about mountain bikers. Now all the way up here, there's mountain bike tracks. It's a public footpath, you know, as if the fellas haven't got enough erosion to contend with the number of walkers that they get, and especially a path like this. I mean, higher up there, I certainly wouldn't have liked to have been coming down it on a mountain bike. They shouldn't have been here in the first place. You know, we're out on a hill. I can't remember where it was a couple of videos ago. I mean, it was a well-worn path, as most of them are in lakes, but it wasn't actually marked as a public right of way on the OS map. I mean, two mountain bikers came herring down there, nearly took Charlie out. I do my head in. Oh, and while I'm whinging, it was a Saturday before bonfire night last night. Charlie was absolutely beside himself. It was like World War III outside house. He was upstairs under bed. Wouldn't come out, wouldn't eat his tea. Anything. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, anyway. Onwards up Lad House and into the Clag. So we're on the steepest, loosest part of the path now, but we're not that far from the top. Like so many of these paths that are like this, they're far better for going up than down. Even though you still got to be careful going up them, like Gambling End, and either side of Thresh that mouth the pass there, they're a bit iffy as well. Right. Ooh, upwards. So we're up on the Grasmoor plateau now. Just making our way to the summit. Oh, that was tough. It's steep, is that, and it's quite long, but coming up it is far, far better than going down it. I mean, it is loose, a bit screey in places. I mean, there's no way you need to get hands on with it or out like that, but oh, yeah, it's far better for coming up it than going down it. So we're going to get to the summit of Grasmoor, and we're going to have coffee and a chew there. Now if you're a regular to the channel, you'll know that we always have coffee and a chew mid-morning. Now I've set up an account on a website called Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know if you've heard of it, quite a lot of channels use it. Now on there you can buy coffee and a chew for us, so I'll leave this QR code, so if you're watching on your telly or your laptop, you can scan that with your phone. That'll take you straight to our Buy Me a Coffee account, and you can buy us coffee and a chew if you feel like supporting the channel, which I hope you do. I hope you think the videos are worth it. And I'll also leave a link in the description to our Buy Us a Coffee and a Chew account as well. Right, so through the gloom that was forecast to be clear skies to the summit of Grasmoor for coffee and a chew. So we've had coffee and a chew in the shelter on Grasmoor, and it was very remiss of me. I meant to say thank you as well, because the day after I started that account, I put a post in the community tab, and I had 2 coffees and chews bought for us. Well, I had 4 altogether, so thank you Darren and Kathy, that's much appreciated. They're two regular contributors to the channel, so thank you very much for that, much appreciated. So we're going to carry on through the gloom. Now we drop right down off Grasmoor, and then we're going right around the base of Crag Hill to go up the scramble. And there's 2 summits up there. There's the Wainwright summit, which is that called Eel Crag, and the Burkitt summit, which is actually called Crag Eel, or is it the other way around? Anyway, there's 2 tops up there, there's Wainwright and a Burkitt. So we're going to go up the scramble. I don't know if we're going to get any more views today. I doubt it. There's no wind to blow this away in. Yeah, so I think that's it for the day for views until we start losing altitude again. Right, so on we go. So we've branched off the main path that goes along Grasmoor, and this is one of them instances. I mentioned this on last video, where there's actually a right of way marked on the map with either red or green dotted lines to say that there is a right of way. But if there's actually a path, a discernible path present on the ground, then there should be black dotted lines underneath it. Well, this is an instance where there aren't and there isn't, so we're dropping down Pathless now. It's not an issue, it's just grassy and bilberry and a bit mossy. There's no issues coming down here though, but it's Pathless. Right, down we go. Charlie, see? Hello. So we're back down on the main path that runs between this Grasmoor that way and Crag Hill that way. If you didn't want to come down there, Pathless, but I say it wasn't an issue at all. You can follow the main path down from Grasmoor, and there's like a cross path. Well, that brings you back to this path here. So we're going to walk right round the base of Crag Hill and then up the scramble. So we've left that main path, and I'm hoping this is the one that takes us up onto the scramble up here. I don't think it's too bad a scramble. I've seen dogs coming up here before. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Well, it is a bit hands-on in places coming up here. Charlie breezing it up there. So I'm not going to be able to do any filming, I don't think. Oh, so we'll probably see you when we get to the top. So we're at the top of the scramble, and it was a full-on 3 points of contact scramble in places coming up there. Oh, we're up. I still think we've got a bit of climbing to do before we get to the summit plateau there. Oh, right, onwards. So that's at the top of Eel Crag, which I believe is the Burkitt, but then Crag Hill, the summit further along here, is actually the summit, but Wainwright calls that Eel Crag. Strange. So we'll carry on through the murk to the trig point on Crag Hill. So that's Crag Hill or Eel Crag done, whatever you want to call it. So we drop back down again before we head up onto Wandope. I was just talking to them girls there, they're doing the Coaldale Horseshoe, which is that way. And they were saying that there's 2 border collies gone missing up here today, which I always make sure Charlie doesn't stray too far when it's like this, or even put him on his lead if it's really, but well, I mean, it's padded out. Right, so we'll continue downwards again. A lot of up and down on this. Right, down we go. There we go. One of my best buddies on a footpath. Why can't they just stick to bridleways? There's plenty of them around going up hills. Right, down we go. Come on this way. So we've branched off that good path. That's the path that comes down from Grasmoor. So if you didn't want to go around the bottom of Crag Hill and up the scramble up Eel Crag, you could just stick on the main path, go up that way. That takes you straight to Trig Point, and do Crag Hill as an out and back, and then look out for this faint path going this way. Or you could just come down that way, and then there's a good track, a path goes up over towards Wandope where we're going, and just miss out Crag Hill and save that for when you do Coaldale Horseshoe. Right, so we'll continue along this faint path and still in the murk. So that's us over Wandope. So we've just got to drop down and over Whiteless Edge now. From what I recall, I don't think it's particularly edgy. And then Whiteless Pike. So I think I might see if we can find somewhere to perch ourselves for lunch before we get onto Whiteless Edge. Right, we'll see. So we're on Whiteless Edge now, and we've not stopped for lunch. I'm going to see if we can drop down out of this clag and see if we can have a view maybe. We go down Whiteless Breast towards Rannerdale Knots. We'll see if we can get a view for lunch down there. If not, it's a picnic in the car. Right, downwards through the gloom. Well, look at this. We might be getting some views. I can see over that way down to where we went up this morning and over Crummock Water. That's looking over towards Newlands Pass. And like there, there's a dog frantically barking over there. I wonder if it's one of them, the lost ones. Hopefully if it heads over towards Newlands Pass, there'll be plenty of people around there and somebody will find it. Hopefully so. Right, so we're gonna carry on up here to Whiteless Pike. I don't think the views are gonna last very long though. Right, up we go. So we're over Whiteless Pike, so we're going to drop down over Whiteless Breast now, and I think we might stop down there for lunch because it looks like we might be getting a view of some sorts. A bit hazy, but a view anyways. Yeah, we'll get down here and we'll see if we can find somewhere for lunch. So we've come down from Whiteless Pike up there, and we're now on Whiteless Breast, and we've got that view looking over Crummock Water and Rannerdale Knots. So we're going to just perch ourselves down here and have our lunch. It's lovely and peaceful. There are some people I can hear just coming down Whiteless Pike. Yeah, we're going to perch on here and have our lunch. So lunch was very pleasant, and now we're just dropping down here into Rannerdale. We've had a lovely view there, haven't we, over Crummock Water, and we might not have had the spectacular views from the tops, but I tell you what, it's atmospheric down here. It's absolutely perfectly still. There's not a breath of wind, and apart from a couple of fell runners that have just passed us going down there, all you can hear is Sour Milk Gill. Waterfall over there, I don't know if you can make it out. Yeah, but all the big fells there, Red Pike and High Style, High Crag, right up to Haystacks, all clagged in. And the forecast is supposed to be clear all day long, I don't know. Right, so we'll drop down into Rannerdale. So that footpath we've just passed going off to the left up there, if you were feeling energetic, which I'm not, you could go up Rannerdale Knots. And I was thinking actually probably a better route to do would be to miss out Crag Hill in the middle and add Rannerdale Knots on at the end. So if you missed out Crag Hill, you could stick that in with Coaldale Horseshoe. So yeah, I think that might have been a better option, to go up there at the end and not bother with Crag Hill. But I've been up there twice already. In fact, maybe 3 times, I can't remember. So I forgot to say as well, when we were at the top of Whiteless Pike, that was it for me for Northwestern Fells, second time round. So I think I've just got some western and southern to do now to finish the whole lot twice. But the far western Wainwrights and the far southern Wainwrights are some of my least favourites. Yeah, I'm not keen really on Burnbank Fell and that area, and then Black Fell and all around there, around Tarnhouse. No, they're not my favourites, but I suppose if I want to complete them all twice, I'll have to do them, won't I? Right, so we're just going to amble our way down Rannerdale now. Well, this is glorious, isn't it, walking down Rannerdale. That view straight in front of us over a bit of Crummet Water and up to, where's it got? Low Fell and Fellbarrow, where we've been up there, is still all clagged in, but oh, this is brilliant, is this? And if you don't know about Rannerdale, at right time of year, it is absolutely stunning with the bluebells. If you want to find out more, Google Rannerdale bluebells. They're absolutely spectacular. Gorse is in flower at the same time as well, so you get the yellow and the blue together. And the perfume, because there's that many of them, it's quite heady, is the perfume. A bit like hyacinths, which aren't to everybody's taste, I know, are they? Or smell, even. Right, we're just going to continue enjoying ambling along here. This is brilliant, loving this. So as we're passing, I'll just show you, that's the way we went up. See if I can zoom in a bit. So up there, and then over to the right, and then up that peak that's in the clouds there, that's the final ascent of Lad House. That was interesting going up there. Mind you, a lot less interesting than coming down that way though. It's actually not too bad. It's loose and it's steep, but yeah, going up it's not too bad. And so we're just going to carry on plodding along. We're only about 3/4 of a mile from car now, so yeah, onwards we go. So we're into the area of the bluebells now, and like I said earlier, it is absolutely stunning at the right time of year. It's absolutely glorious. Man, it's not that ropey now, is it, neither? That's a nice little crag face sticking out there, and then Melbreck. Yeah. So a little amble back to the car now. We'll just get a bit further along here through another gate, and then I'll sign off down there, I think. So we're through that last gate. I'm going to sign off. Not that far to the car now. Just thinking, actually, I've got a video that I did when we did Rannerdale knots when bluebells were out. Pretty sure I have. If I have, I'll leave a link to that at the end of this one. So it's been brilliant. It's been tough. It's not been a particularly long walk. I think we've only done about 7.5 miles so far, haven't we? Oh, we've done 8 miles. So, but not excessively long, but I tell you what, there's been some tough climbing in it. Lad House. Yeah, it's not too bad going up actually, but it's steep and it's long. And then Eel Crag. It's like Lad House at the top and bottom with a full-on scramble thrown in the middle of it as well. But that's avoidable. I mean, Lad House isn't. You've got to go up there, but it's doable. Take your time. But yeah, if you wanted to miss out Eel Crag, the scramble up there, just stay on the main path that comes down Grasmoor, down into the Col and then straight up other side, and that takes you to Trig Pillar on Crag Hill. You could do that as an out and back and then pick up the rest of the route, or you could just miss out Crag Hill and go straight over to Wandope, and then if you wanted to add that on your way back. So there's a few options for this route, but I've absolutely loved it, and I'm sure Charlie has as well. It's been brilliant. Yeah, and it's been atmospheric down here. I know we didn't get any views from the top, but coming down Rannerdale, been absolutely marvellous. So if you're a regular to the channel, or even if you're new here and like what you've seen, have a nip over to buy me a coffee. I'll leave a link in the description, or there'll be the QR code that I put up earlier, and perhaps buy Charlie and myself a coffee and a chew, help towards the running of the channel. That'd be much appreciated. And if you've enjoyed this one, please do the usual, the liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting, sharing, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra!